Well, I'm joined by head coach Bret Fuselier of the Jennings Bulldogs, our Week 7 Team of the Week. Coach, you guys had a pretty good win this week, 55-0. Just talk about what went right for you guys in that game, and you guys are 6-1 now.
Yeah, it was a good week for us. South Bulldogs is a really good football team, as you can see by their record and who they've played. So didn't expect a game like that, but, our kids played well. I was proud of them for their effort. We were able to do, number one is not make mistakes, and, we were able to take advantage of some short fields, and, it turned into a big win for us.
Obviously, to open the season, you had a tough matchup against Iowa, a former district foe. Now you guys have won six in a row. What's kind of changed? What have you guys learned about your team since that Week 1 loss that has allowed you to be where you're at now?
Well, one thing is, you go back to that game, we had a lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers. And Iowa played a part in that, not taking anything away from them. But we've cleaned things up on our end, and, we've seen some good results because of it. But also at the time, we were very young on defense. We had a young quarterback coming in, playing his first varsity snaps at quarterback. So I just think that we've progressed week by week and gotten better and better. And right now, you're getting close to the playoffs, and you want to be playing your best ball, and I feel that we're on our way to doing that.
You said it right there. We are getting close to the playoffs. We're entering Week 8, which is kind of crazy to think about to begin with. But at this point, teams develop what their identity is. They kind of know who they are as a team. What would you say is your kind of strong suits as the postseason approaches?
Well, number one is we're always going to want to be a run-first ball club. We want to be physical. The physical teams are the ones that win late in the season, so we definitely want to be that. And I think that we've established ourselves as that. Defensively, it's the same thing, being physical, being able. One thing that we're still struggling with is being able to stop the big play. We'll get some big stops first and second down, and we'll give up a big play. So we're still trying to correct that. But I think the physicality that we play with, the speed that we play with, it's kind of been our MO as the season has progressed, and that's good because that's what we're trying to go into each season wanting to be.
You mentioned it there. It wouldn't be a true interview with you if I didn't bring up Rajon Zeno and his play. He's one of the best running backs, not only in our area in Southwest Louisiana, but in the state as a whole. What has he brought to your team this season?
Well, this season he's brought the leadership part of things. He's been a very good player over there for years, the couple of years that previous years. But this year as a senior, he's kind of stepped up, and he's not that vocal guy, but he's a lead by example kind of guy. So he's brought that to the table, and very happy for him because he's a hardworking kid. And you look at the last 2 weeks, each game he's had 5 touchdowns, and and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of credit goes to his offensive line, and he'd be the first guy to tell you that, but he's been the he's made a lot of plays and been able to get some yards and a lot of touchdowns these last couple of weeks.
Obviously, coming off a successful season last year by what most would say was a successful season. I know you guys were left with a sour taste in your mouth, wanting more. Are you at where you want to be, or is there anything you guys are hoping to improve on over the next 3 weeks of the regular season and into the playoffs?
Yeah, these next 3 weeks are about getting better position for the playoffs. Yes, definitely. Last year, going to the quarterfinals in year one with me and a couple new guys on staff, that was a big thing in trying to create that mindset. That we do want to try to become a championship level ball club, and program, which Jennings has that tradition, and I think that this year we've kind of taken the success from last year and built on that, and we still have a season, 3 weeks left in this season to get ourselves in position to make a run in the playoffs. So that's what we're looking forward to, starting this week with Notre Dame and finishing up the season. And we'd like to improve on our finish from last year, definitely.
So going into this week, obviously one of your tougher matchups, probably your toughest matchup for the remainder of the season. What do you guys have to do against Notre Dame this Friday to come out with a win?
Well, one thing is certain. Every time you play Notre Dame, they're going to be a team that they're not going to be themselves. They're going to play mistake-free football. They're going to play physical football. So we're going to have to match that intensity, and match the mistake-free side of things. And, and just look to improve from last week and try to make plays whenever there's plays to be made. And, and if adversity comes along, we're going to be able to handle it. Have to be able to handle it. And that's one of the things scheduling this game that I wanted to see, They're a kind of team that's going to expose you, your weaknesses, and how we handle that is what we're looking for going into the playoffs, you know, playing a team like this.
So obviously part of the reason you're sitting here is because of the football you guys have been playing, but it's also it's a voting poll, and part of the reason you're sitting here is because of that community. I remember last year before your first game of the season versus Leesville, we were out there for our pregame show, and you were saying how excited you were to be on the home side for Jerry Simmons Stadium and kind of experience that atmosphere. Just talk about the support you guys get from the Jennings community and what that means to you guys.
No doubt it's a community that's proud of their football. It's a football town. It's a small town. You know, Friday nights at Jerry Simmons is special. It's special. So, and like you said, you know, this was a poll of Team of the Week, and I know it was talked about in town quite a bit. So, you know, but they're always there to support. You know, we have a booster club. Our quarterback club is very good to us, but everybody in town from top to bottom has been very supportive of what goes on in there, but they are proud of their football, and you're going to see it if you come to a game on Friday night. Well, this week, Thursday night, you know, you're going to see a big crowd, and we've been having some very good crowds, and you know, they're always get behind their team over there.
And lastly, I know the goal is obviously to start with winning a district title and then hopefully make a run to New Orleans to the Dome. What do you guys have to do for that to become a reality?
Well, we have to play week by week, you know, not get ahead of yourself. Be consistent about getting better every week. You know, that's going to be the big thing. And one of the things that I believe in, you know, good teams, you know, they're going to be able to be physical. They're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. You know, and they're going to be able to block well. They're going to be able to tackle well. So you got to do that every week, week in and week out. And, you know, you do that, you take it week by week and just stay in the moment. And that's the recipe for success, I think. So.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining me. And once again, Jennings will play against Notre Dame this week as they try to get to 7-1 and continue their winning streak to 7. We'll have those highlights coming up on Friday night.